Hello everyone, myself Rashmi Arora, Assistant Professor Pharmacology, welcomes you all in the YouTube channel of Chameli Devi Institute of Pharmacy, Indore. The topic of today's presentation is depression and mania. What is depression? Depression is a feeling of not being involved in the society. It could be due to the fear, it could be due to some mishappening, it could be avoiding to face the people, it could be because of the guilt, it could be because of feeling of not looking good or beautiful, it could be because of the comparison between the friends or the family members, or it could be because of not getting the attention a person deserves. We will see in subsequent slides about more for depression. Our mood get controlled by three types of neurotransmitters: norepinephrine, serotonin, and dopamine. When the level of these gets disturbed in the brain, then moods gets elevated accordingly. It gets changed accordingly. If the level of all these three neurotransmitters gets decreased down, it may lead to depression, and if it gets increased beyond the normal level, it may lead to manic like conditions, hyper excitement like conditions. How it progresses, how the depression progresses is, first of all, the loss of sleep. It is a first and foremost symptom of the patient undergoing depressive like conditions, and the poor concentration means the patient is coping up less with the things and the things are going wrong way. At this point of time or at this stage, the patient does not feel that he or she is suffering from depression, or the society does not reveal or uh, able to identify whether the patient is undergoing depression or not. And this led to still greater levels of depression, despair, and negativity, with still worse physical symptoms, like the patient won't be able to mingle up in the society. uh, he or she doesn't want to do much work. They just want to get confined to one corner in the room, putting the lights off, like this condition. These type of symptoms they get after the condition gets worsen up, which ultimately leaves the patient to less able to cope up with the situation, and that is how some patients they attempt suicide. The major affective disorders under depression are episodal depression or major endogenous depression, seasonal affective disorders, and atypical depression. Mania and bipolar depression are a different category in which the neurotransmitter release gets increased up. First, we will take up the depression part. First is episodal or reactive depression. It could occur because of the adverse life events like loss of some nearby family member from which the person was very much attached, physical illness of the patient itself, drugs could be the reason. If the patient is having some ailment and he or she is taking up drugs, those drugs can lead the patient to depression and some other psychiatric disorders. Then is reactive episodal depression. More than 60% of all depressions comprise of reactive episodal depressions, and the major core depressive syndrome is the feeling of misery, apathy, inadequacy, pessimism, anxiety, tension, and guilt. tension and guilt, and the feeling of ugliness, low self-esteem. They are some reasons which gets originated from the society. The companions, they realize the patient that he or she is not looking very good, they are not beautiful, or uh, what have been done wrongly done in the past, and still the patient is having guilt of that and not able to uh, discuss with the friends, which leads to low self esteem and bodily complaints. Those are the reasons of reactive episodal depressions, which leads to the loss of interest in pleasurable activities, loss of motivation, retardation of thought and action, sleep disturbances. All these contribute to decreased normal functioning of routine life. In severe cases, it is accompanied by more serious side effects, or you can say that symptoms, that hallucinations and delusions, daydreaming like conditions occurs, and recurrent suicidal tendency gets increased up. Significant weight change without dieting itself is another symptom, and psychomotor agitation or retardation. Sometimes the patient becomes so much agitated, and sometimes he or she feels so much low that he or she gets himself or herself confined to one corner, switching off the lights, and all day they won't come out from their room. The possible reasons of depression could be genetic, that could be drug induced, that can be drug repressed. Depression can be treated with drugs, and it can be treated with electroconvulsive therapy also. But in the serious cases where the patient has repetitive suicidal attempts tendency. Now comes the mania. Mania alone is rare and most frequently cycles with major or endogenous depression. That is why it is bipolar disorder. Bi means two. When two diseases they mix up together, that makes the bipolar disorder, that is manic depressive state. The major symptoms of mania are characterized by elevated high mood, talkative, go and on about the things they will do, the increased self-esteem. All these symptoms are totally opposite to the depression. Auditory hallucinations, if the person like if he or she is sitting in the room and feels that somebody is calling him or her, but not exactly that happened, nobody was calling, that are called auditory hallucinations. Decreased need to sleep, hyper responsiveness, expensiveness, unnecessary buying and shopping like symptoms in manic patients, and the lack of judgment. The precise cause of affective disorders remain elusive. There is no authenticated theory behind it. We cannot say whether alone norepinephrine or serotonin is responsible, or both norepinephrine, serotonin along with the dopamine levels gets disturbed and leads to either depression or mania like conditions. Now come down how it gets originated and from where it gets originated and travels to the whole brain. Almost all norepinephrine pathways in the brain, they originate from the cell bodies of neuronal cells in the midbrain, and they send their axons diffusely to the cortex portion, cerebellum, and the limbic areas. Limbic areas include hippocampus, amygdala, hypothalamus, and thalamus, which controls the endocrine responses. So the cortex portion is responsible for the changes in mood and cognitive function. Brainstem controls the drive and motivation part of the body. Memory and emotions are controlled by hippocampus and amygdala, and endocrine responses are the function of hypothalamus. Now the serotonin system. Serotonin system, how we are saying that whether only norepinephrine is involved or both serotonin and norepinephrine are involved. This slide will explain why we are taking serotonin along with norepinephrine levels. As the norepinephrine system, serotonin neurons are also located in pons and midbrain and send their projections to the cortex, hippocampus, hypothalamus, and thalamus. All things are similar to norepinephrine system as they are implicated in depression. If that system is implicated in depression, similarly serotonin system is also be a part of it. That system, apart from causing depression, that is also involved in development of anxiety, sleep disorders, sexual behaviors, temperature regulation, and cerebrospinal fluid production. Now look at the picture. Here you can easily make out yellow coloration gives you the information about the serotonin pathway, and green coloration gives you the information about the noradrenergic pathway, how the midbrain portion, how they originate from the midbrain portion and extends their whole impulses into the cortex area. Both these are involved in extension of their impulses into the cortical area. That is why they both have been implicated in depression. This is the similar diagram in different way. Now if we talk about the serotonin, as we said that the decreased level of serotonin leads to depression. Those decreased level at the synapse occurs because of the reuptake. Serotonin gets reuptake at its port by the receptors, and this is how it gets enters again into the axonal terminal and gets stored again into the vesicles, and thereby decreased level of serotonin are available at the synapse to get combined with the receptors and show their responses of elevating the mood. So what are antidepressant drugs do? They block the reuptake of serotonin from the synapse, thereby increasing the level of free serotonin at the synapse, which comes in contact with the receptors and show their effect in elevating the mood. This slide depicts the range of antidepressant agents which are used to treat depression. Those are reversible inhibitors of monoamine oxidase. Monoamine oxidase is an enzyme which hydrolyzes the serotonin or norepinephrine and thereby breaking them down. So we use those inhibitors so that hydrolysis of these agents won't take place and they will be available at the receptor endings. Similarly, tricyclic antidepressants in which 5-hydroxytryptamine as well as norepinephrine reuptake inhibitors are used, imipramine, amitriptyline, and selective serotonin reuptake inhibitor is very important class along with atypical antidepressants. In selective serotonin reuptake inhibitors, fluoxetine, citalopram are common drugs which are to be used to treat depressive patients, and atypical antidepressants, trazodone, mianserin, and bupropion. These are common drugs. Apart from the conventional drug therapy, we can also implement alternative therapies as we do not know which drug is to be given to the patient for the better and or the best results, or which drug suited well to the patient. So we can try the light therapy that don't allow the patient to get alone, locked himself or herself in the room and with the lights switched off. Psychological treatment means counseling sessions should be taken place for those kind of people, and the patients which have the high suicidal tendency and we require the quick action for that, then we treat those patients with electroconvulsive therapies, giving the shocks to increase the bombardment, sudden bombardment of norepinephrine or serotonin or dopamine at the synaptic cleft. This slide shows the mechanism of action of different atypical or conventional antidepressive agents. This diagram shows the site of action of various drugs which act as antidepressive agents. Like if we talk about monoamine oxidase inhibitors, moclobemide, that inhibits the activity of monoamine oxidase, which won't allow the hydrolysis of maclobemide, don't allow monoamine oxidase to uh, cause hydrolysis of these neurotransmitters. And norepinephrine reuptake inhibitors and serotonin reuptake inhibitors, they have been used like imipramine, desipramine, etc. They inhibit the reuptake of free available hydroxytryptamine or serotonin or norepinephrine from the synaptic cleft, and thus the level of these free neurotransmitters gets increased at the synapse, and they interact with the receptors for eliciting the responses. Also, 5-hydroxytryptamine 1 receptors, mianserines, they atypical antidepressant, they are also used, which acts on the alpha 2 receptors and 5-hydroxytryptamine 1 receptors, and thus blocks the reuptake of 5-hydroxytryptamine and thereby increasing their level at the synaptic cleft. Ministry of Health of India also gives simple guidelines to cope up with depression. These guidelines are: depressive patients should follow a routine, should go for walks, eat fruits, take sleep for minimum 8 hours, take multivitamins, be creative, indulge yourself in some kind of work which gives you a soothing effect, travel. Along with that, do prayers, practice yoga, and manage time. That will help in healing or coping up the situations very fast. Now, this is the end up slide which says a lot. Never give up. The frog, while eating up by the crane, at the end of the life, when the mind is in a total stress condition, depressive state, still at the end of the life, it is not leaving hope and never giving up, and that is how it just uh, grab the neck of the swan and won't allow him to get ingested it. Means at the end of life, whatever the situation, whatever the worst conditions arrives in life, one should never give up. Just keep faith in God and have hope. That's all for now. Thank you.